Hey, what's up, guys? This is Darkworld Duels, and today I've got another deck profile for you guys. And this time, it's my most viewed. And I hope I do it justice again. And that is Darkworlds. For some reason, this is the 18,000, I think maybe 19,000 views video on my channel. I'm surprised it's not my Black Wings or something like that. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's see what we got this time. I have done a lot of changes to this one, like my Black Wings, so let's see if I'm doing any adjustments. So first off, you always play 3 copies of Grapha Dragon, Lord of Darkworld. I always play 3 of him because if you control a Darkworld monster, you can send it back to your hand to special summon him from the graveyard. And if he's discarded to the graveyard by a card effect, you can pop a card on your opponent's side of the field. So really, really good. Always play it at 3. Then I'm only playing 1 copy of Silva. If it's discarded to the graveyard by your card effect, it special summons itself to the side to your side of the field. And if it's special summon or if it's discarded to the graveyard by your opponent's card effect, it not only special summons itself, but you get to pick 2 cards randomly in your opponent's hand and send them back to the deck. So really good card. And seeing as how I'm playing the virus cards in this deck, really need it. Then I'm playing 3 copies of Snow, Unlight of Darkworld. If this card is sent to the graveyard by your card effect, you can add 1 Darkworld card from your deck to your hand, and if it's sent to the graveyard by your opponent's card effect, you can special summon this card or that card that you added to the field. So a little weird, but you don't typically get the effects that your opponent's special summon go off first. You don't typically get those to go off, so I'm probably not even going to read them the rest of the way. So let's get farther into it. With Beige, Vanguard of the Underworld, or Darkworld, I want to say Underworld, but Darkworld Beige, if he's discarded to the graveyard by your card effect, you special summon him to your side of the field, so he really helps to bounce him back to your Grapha. Then I play 3 Brow. If he's discarded to the graveyard by your card effect, you get to draw an additional card. So discard for a, let's say you discard him with a Darkworld Dealings, you get to draw 2 instead of 1. Then I play 1 copy of Trance Archfiend. Now we're getting into the stuff that's my tech stuff. That was just the core. So let's get into the interesting stuff instead of the boring old Darkworlds. Not boring. They're actually fun. Trance Archfiend. Once per turn, you can discard a card from your hand that's a fiend monster. This card gains 500 attack. Then, when this card you control is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can target one of your banished dark monsters and special summon it. So, essentially, any of these cards that you banish off of gates, this gets killed, you special summon, any of the other ones that got banished. So, really good. Then I play 1 copy of Tour Guide of the Underworld. Its targets are, if you're wondering, 3 Skarm, Malabranch, the Burning Abyss. And ever since I put out Darkworlds the first time, I believe, I've been playing Skarm in this deck. And that is because it searches any other level 3 Fiend. So, my usual target to search is either, what's her name, Tour Guide, or Kari Bandit. I play 1 copy of Kari Bandit because technically I'm playing 4 with Skarm. I don't really give a damn if I mill any of these cards because I'd rather mill out my Graphas to have them engrave with Kari Bandit and get off his effect, to be able to special summon himself back. So that's why I'm playing Kari Bandit. I don't think I would play it in any more than 1. I might play 2, 3 would just be ridiculous. Then I play 2 copies of Fabled Raven. This is something that you guys as the viewers have been suggesting to me, so I figured I'd give it a shot. I played 3, it was cloggy. I played 1, I didn't see it. So I played 2, and I could see it, and I could see the potential in it, so I kept 2. You can discard cards to change his card's level once per turn, and for every card that you discard, it goes up by 400 attack, and its level increases by 1, and it's a tuner. So it helps out with the deck. If you discard 1 card, you have a Graph on board, you can go for Star Eater. You have a Silva on board, you normal summon this, you synchro for 7. You have a 4 on board, you normal summon this, you go for a, say 4 or something like that. I've even considered playing a Plague Spreader or 2 in this deck just for shits and giggles. I thought Plague Spreader would be a lot of fun in this deck because you mill out, with Greed Bandit, and then maybe play 2 Greed Bandits, 2 Plague Spreaders in the deck, mill out some crap, and then return the Graphas that are dead to top of the deck, and then draw them and discard them, and go nuts and play a little fun combos. This is a new card that I'm playing, and that is 2 copies of Mass Change 2. Just about every dark deck I'm playing now, you're going to see Mass Change 2 in, except for my Red Eyes. You discard a card, targeted card on the field, special summon a masked hero with the same attribute. So just about everything except for Fabled Raven in this deck is dark. So you can guess who you're going to go for. You're going to go for Danklaw. And you banish all cards your opponent, sends to grave. And they stops them from searching. Then I play 2 double drag down to the grave. I don't think I'd ever play more than 2 at this point, drag down to the grave. Because of the fact that with this deck now, you get cards in your hand that you don't want your opponent to see, but at the same time, you combo this card with Mind Crush to see what your opponent has, and then you discard extra cards. But 2 is plenty. Then I play 3 copies, I almost said 2, 3 copies of Upstart Goblin just to draw, because this is all the draw power. 3 copies, I'm going to say it again, oh my god. 3 copies of Darkworld Dealings. You draw a card, you discard a card. Really wished Graceful Charity was still a thing. Draw 3, discard 2. Then I play 3 copies of Gates of the Darkworld. Gates is really interesting. Every Fiend monster you control gains 300 attack and defense. So Skarn becomes a 2300 defender. Grapha becomes a 3k dragon. Well, Fiend. And you can banish 1 Fiend monster from your graveyard once per turn. Discard 1 card from your hand, and then draw 1 card. So it's essentially its own draw engine. Then that's it for the spells. For the traps, I play 1 copy of Skill Drain. I did put it back in. I was mistaken. I should have been playing it the whole time. But you really have to be sparing with playing Darklaw on the deck now. You really have to be sparing about when you actually do activate this, because it makes Darklaw dead. Then I play 1 copy of Deck Devastation, because you do have Magispectors running around now, and it does hurt Cosmos and cards like that. Even Blackwings and the occasional Rogue deck, it does hurt. And it's pretty easy with playing a Silva and 3 Graphas. It's really easy to go off. Same with Eradicator Epidemic. With Gate, Silva is alive to kill with this. And all 3 of your Graphs are live to kill with this. You call spells, you kill a lot of decks. And then I play 2 copies of Mind Crush. You call a card, you call it wrong, you discard a card, so you get their effects off. You get all their effects off. You call it right, your opponent has to send to the grave. It's a 1-for-1. They search something, it, they get scared because you think you have more than 1 Mind Crush, and they get really intimidated, and then you get to see their whole hand. So then I play 3 copies of Reckless Greed, because if you can combo off of all 3 of these at once, you'll get 6 cards and go +3. But you do lose 2 draw phases, because they are stackable. But that's it for the main deck. Let's get into the extra deck. First off, I'm playing the 45k beater himself, number 22 Zombie Sign. Sorry, Europe. Sorry you don't have this. You'll get it, I promise, eventually. His effect is pretty much garbage. Just ignore it. He's a 45k beater. Then I play 1 Heretic Sun Dragon Overlord of Heliopolis. This always throws me for a loop, you guys know. Once per turn, you can detach 1 XYZ from this card to tribute cards from your hand or your side of the field, to destroy cards equal to the number of cards you tributed on your opponent's side of the field, or on the field, period. So he pretty much board wipes cards. Then I play 1 copy of Divine Dragon Knight Felgrand. Felgrand is awesome. I play him in my first turn. Fun thing, you can still activate his effect under Skill Drain. So if you haven't normal summoned and you have him on board, you can detach 1 of the 2 Graphas that's on under him, normal summon another one, and then get an extra Grapha. So he helps out. Then I play 1 number 23 Lancelot Dark Knight of the Underworld. He can attack directly, and when he has, I think it's when he has XYZ materials, And you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls and destroy it by detaching a card. And then once per turn during either player's turn when its spell or trap card or another monster's effect is activated, detach a card from this card and negate the activation. So he pretty much says nope to a lot of things. So that's why I'm playing him. Him plus Felgrand equal Happy Face. If you can get them both off, which can happen very easily. Let me let it zoom in and we will keep going. Then for the rank 4s, I'm playing 1 Key Beetle to protect my gates and 1 Castel to bounce shit. This is probably my favorite XZ out of them all, except for Dark Matter, but Dark Matter's only in erratics. Then I'm playing number 47, Nightmare Shark. Nightmare Shark lets me attack directly. 1 Levier because I do banish quite a bit of my monsters, and he lets me, revive a level 4 that's been banished. That means like Snow. Yeah, I could even revive Fabled Raven if I wanted to. It's his level 4 or lower. Then I play 1 Ghost Trick card, target a face down card, pop it. He's a quick MST basically for a face down card. Or he's a bait and switch, even if it helps me get my Scarm to grave. Then for the Synchros, this is kind of what I'm testing, but tell me what you guys think about it in the comments. With Fabled Raven, I'm playing 1 copy of Star Eater because discarding a card with Graph on board equals 3, which 8 plus 3 is, 11, which equals Star Eater. Then with a level 4, I'm playing, or level 4, discard a card and get out Clearwing. Or just, I think it's Silva, which is 5 plus 2 equals 7. I'm doing math all up in you guys' shit. Then 4 plus 2 equals 6, which is a Goyo. So Silva, or not Silva, but Beige or Snow equals Goyo. Plus, what's his name? And then I'm playing 2 copies of Masked Hero Dank Lao to prevent my opponent from searching. Which some really nutsy combos with drag down and stuff like that. Because his effect is once per turn, if your opponent adds a card from their deck to their hand, except during their draw phase, they have to discard something. So if I activate any of my draw cards, guess what? I think, don't quote me on it, that it works that way, but don't quote me on it. But anyways, guys. This is Dark Arm Duelist, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the deck profile, and I did it justice, like always. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out the Yu-Gi-Oh! Pages down below in my description. I really appreciate all the support you guys have been giving me. But anyways, guys, this is Dark Arm Duelist, and I'm out.